Hello, everyone. I am Tacet, and welcome to the Gems of War Raids, week 35, day 4. I'm still chewing. Ate a little bit before I started, fail. Should have finished chewing first. But anyways, hello, everyone. Today is basically the last day of raids ever. No, just kidding. But it's the last weekly raids, and I believe we're within striking distance of getting it done. Yes. Well, by the time the guild gets there tomorrow night. But yeah, today might be the last day I do raids on a weekly event. Obviously, we still have raids going forward, but they will be a weekend event, as in they would normally start tomorrow rather than all the way at the beginning of the week. Tomorrow we do a bounty hunter. I mean, not bounty hunter. I keep saying that. Vault event, I mean. Actually, did I just even say that? I said that in the title too. I meant vault event. Why do I always call it bounty hunter? Vault event. I know that's a vault event. I just called it bounty. But anyways, we got vault event tomorrow. You can even see it right over here. Even tells you right here. 6 hours and 45 minutes from now. That'll be lasting all weekend. Definitely make sure to farm up, as it's the last vault event before we get campaigns, and that'll be brought in next Monday. And that's basically when version 5.0 truly starts, since technically it hasn't really started till then, in theory. Now we got class event for Bard today. Pretty average hero class. Has half mana start. Really good with yellows. Can be a good assist for yellow Guild War Day. It's about as far as it really goes. And most things actually beat it out for yellow Guild War compared to what you could normally be doing, like better mana generations, like priests and stuff like that. So overall, it tends to not really get used that much, surprisingly. That's an okay hero class. It seems like it'd be better than it actually is, but generally isn't. Oh, and here's the pop-up for this thing. Is that worth it? I guess if you really like giving guildmate gifts, it could be. But aside from that, it seems rather average as far as the things here are concerned. But luckily, the first free one's coming up. We'll probably only get like 25 gems or whatever other knickknacks they give. But that's better than nothing. Anyways, let's start off with raids, since that'll be the last that we do for a while. We're obviously just destroying everything with Mang at the moment. That is a serious gem stack we have. Is that your highest ever? No, the highest we've ever had was probably 40-something thousand. I believe was the highest I've ever had. There was one point in the game where you could get how many gems I currently have in a single week. Obviously, we have deviated quite far from that. But the economy of the game at one point was broken enough that the current amount of gems I have was how much you could get on a weekly basis if you were one of the top like 0.001% of guilds. At the time, my guild was one of those. One of the top few in the entire game. Right now we're like, what, 20-something, 30 of something? We're still pretty high up there. But at one point we were like literal top 10. We're actually the first guild to ever make first place in Guild Wars, by the way. Now we're all the way in like bracket like 5. But we were the first to ever make first. Let's see, we'll take that over. Grab the other skull. Okay, I'm going to ignore that for now and get a Mang. Then we're going to Wild Queen. And ideally not miss. Luckily we do not. Take the skull. And what else do we need? Also, I didn't say hello to everyone yet. I need to go do that. Let's go kill out the Zoogoth. We already got our Val Raven, so we're right back where we started. 4 battles. Anyways, hello everyone! Hello, Bill. Hello, Birdleaf. Hello, Lemmy. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Defiant. Hello, Marcelo. Hello, Bill. Hello, Captain. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Sausage. Hello, Cookie. I already said Cookie. And hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome. And hello, John. Okay, let's continue from where we started, because apparently we're right back where we were. Due to Val Raven. Just with slightly more points. I know, I should have grabbed another water. They're already down the water. Or at least what was left of the current one. Let's see. That's what I get for eating right before the stream. I'm all thirsty. Because I normally don't drink while I'm eating. Normally do it after. Let's see. We'll take that for now. I know we already have a skull there, but I wanted the extra turn. So we can do all that. Oh no, he agiled! That would have killed otherwise. What are you doing? What are you doing trying to agile? Delaying the inevitable. There we go. Luckily he didn't agile a second time. You solved the tribute chance mystery? Why was it doing it? I'm actually curious. What was the factor that was changing it? For best results, consume mortar with your food. Oh no, I always wait till after. Mang, Wild Queen, Trickster, King Salinas. Yeah, in a way, we theoretically don't need the Ray Troop this week. I still use it just in case. But yeah, you can technically just completely scrap it for 50% mana start. The only thing the 50% mana start would actually do, though, is get Wild Queen to 11. However, getting her to 11 rather than, like, 6 or whatever 20% does is still pretty good. But yeah, I just run this as a backup more so than anything. Like, for example, we don't have a skull here, so if we want Zugaf to die, we just can click on it, and then he's dead. But it does make it so Wild Queen goes up slightly slower, compared if she had half start. It's normally only a turn or two slower, though. Normally a turn, which isn't too big a deal. Yeah, let's get another Wild Queen down. Big miss, surprisingly. Actually, really big miss. Oh. Ooh, it even targeted the right one. Ooh. That was a very massive miss right there. Now I'm slightly concerned, actually, with Valraven's chance of escape. Wow, that was a big... Okay, let's get a Wild Queen there. Oh, I should have actually taken the other one so we could have stolen more attack. I will take that. I'm gonna risk this. Oh. Ooh. Valraven, what are you doing? Luckily we have a poke to go kill, which apparently we're gonna go need. I might as well just throw that down. Okay. Wow, this battle's being weird. I'll throw down a mana. Get our Wild Queen. And that should be dead. Nope. Not enough attack steal. There we go. They don't have enough attack for me to steal. The only problem with it not being higher. Also, we're right back where we started again. 4 battles. Getting lucky on Valravens. Each level 10 kingdom has a 10% tribute chance increase by its kingdom star multiplier, but the guild statue 6% as added to that, making it a base of 16%. Oh, okay, that would be why it goes higher then. Interesting. Yeah, I told you it was probably something because of the guild statue. I just didn't know exactly how. But, yeah, that seems to be the case then. Oh, what do we grab here? I'll take that for now. Oh, gosh. Wild Queen, why do you not want to hit today? It's like 3 or 4 really big misses in a row. Luckily, none of them have lost us the battle. Not like it would matter anyways. Almost already done with the raids. Getting all of our battles in. I kind of want Wild Queen here. Poking is rather pointless. So much so, I'm actually not going to do it so we have a skull follow. Oh, yes, stealthy. Skull follow-up for next turn. Never mind. Well, the game plan was was to cast and take 1 to 2 skulls because there was 2 on the board. He'd be forced to have to take 1, but I forgot. You have stealthy. So what to do with Wild Queen then? And then you're dead. Yeah, the little bit of bonus that you get from your guild is pretty broken with how it's calculated. It's always calculated out very weirdly. And that would explain it. Hopefully they never change it. We need that juicy tribute. But yeah, tribute is still one of the most generous things they have in this game right now. Until they nerf that too. They did say in the past Q&A, like a while back, like years back, that it's not out of the question that they would eventually nerf tribute. It was likely that they wouldn't, but it did say it wasn't out of the question that they would. So you know they will soon. It's only a matter of time. Only a matter of time. But yeah, tribute's one of the main things in this game that allow you to actually play the game free to play. Like, just off of tribute alone, you can get everything in the entire game. Pretty much. Since almost everything's centered around gems. And it's the best passive way to get gems. Yeah, the day they nerf tribute will be a very concerning day. Because a lot of the game's economy is based on it in endgame. As far as playing it for free. We'll throw that down for now. I thought we could get extra turn off the red. Apparently not. Didn't look like it. There weren't enough gems there. Okay, we really need a follow-up. However, there is not one, so we'll just take a skull and hope for a double green drop. Oh, never mind. We still got the green there. And he's dead. That works. Wait, you don't get to get hourly tribute on console? Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Because you can't access it easily. Yeah, it is quite a bit more annoying to take tribute on console compared to PC or mobile. Especially compared to mobile. Mobile is like the absolute easiest to take tribute off of. Oh, I just realized I haven't even manged yet. Oops, I just tore away all of his HP already. Haven't even manged. Well, Raid Ball's dead. We're not going to have as much damage for everything else. That's a slight fail. We're going to have to double cast Mang then, since we didn't do it on Zugoff. Actually, not even going to go for that yet. Do we barrier up? It's not necessary. Still tempting though. Yeah, you know what? We will Brown Surge because Wild Queen needs it. Oh, it's not full mana though. What are you doing to be 1 mana off? If we Purple Surge, we get full mana on everything. There we go. Nice. Yeah, I'll ignore the spider. Oh no, I shouldn't have ignored the spider. Your armor's already gone. Fail. Yeah, we'll go do that. Take the other poke. Not enough to kill, unfortunately. That will be the hero. Don't die on us. I got the poison, so I might as well just explode. Since taking barrier, we'll most likely just get it removed anyways because of poison. It's one thing that poison is somewhat okay for. It's pretty good at removing barrier. Since every turn, 50% chance that it will get removed. Why did I take that move? Actually, both ways were going to give him skull though. If I wanted the color. Alright, let me just mang this. Worst comes to worst, we just poke it. Pokety poke poke. Also, I wish this troop would have been more viable. It's an interesting premise. Where if it has full mana, it still gets to keep casting over and over again. I feel like Raven really needs like an effect like that. Where if he gets a kill, he gets all of his mana back. Currently, he gets all but 1 mana. But if he actually got all of his mana back, he'd be an interesting cleanup kind of troop. There's quite a few interesting troop types they could still add to the game. They still aren't doing yet. Let's take it from Zugoff so we can take his attack while he's still alive. And now his whole team's pretty much dead already. Let's go get Wild Queen up. And that should be a match. With super overkill. I should have just taken the safety skull. We did not need to overkill it, but we did. There we go. And that is that. That's probably the last of raids we have to do on a weekly basis. We'll still have it on weekend events. However, this is the very last week-long raids. Goodbye, raids. No, it's still going to be around. Just not as a weekly thing. Or a monthly thing. Actually, it's still probably be about once every month. But it's specifically be on the weekend. Anyways, let's go and run through dailies real quick. Hand out a code. Go grind our tokens. Then this weekend, we got to go grind some gnomes. And get some Vault keys. Who knows? Maybe this is finally the weekend we get we get a Mech Gnome. I still do not have Mech Gnome. I am not sure how. But we've been starting to open all of our keys for a couple months now, and we still have managed to not have Mech Gnome, which is quite amazing, to say the least. Let's go into this. Let's see. Is it recommended to get rid of all the excess troops for the souls? No, in case they ever do anything with it. The pay that you get for doing so is very, very bad. It actually has never been updated how much souls you get for it since the beginning of the game. And by the beginning of the game, I mean literally when the game launched. So it is an extremely dated way to accumulate souls. In case they ever do anything with spirit copies, which is very likely that they wouldn't, but you never know. I do generally advise us holding on to them. If you really need the souls, you can disenchant them, but if you already have them maxed. But I would still hold on to them, just in case. But yeah, we get like multiple millions of souls if I was to ever disenchant. Just because I don't think I've disenchanted in like 3 years or something. It's been about 3 years. They just keep going up and up. Speaking about gnomes, it's not a vault event yet, but of course you can still find gnomes even when it's not. They still exist. Just with a much lower chance to drop vault keys. So hello, Drock Savage and JF. Welcome, welcome. You would get 1.6 million if you disenchant all your extras. Nice. Yeah, I think some people have so many troops that they would get over 10 million if they disenchanted everything. Which is pretty insane. But yeah, technically there's no other use for them, so disenchanting them could theoretically be an okay thing. But I don't know, I still like holding on to them. Also, if you have more than 4 of a mythic, it will disenchant that mythic down to 4. So if you're collecting like a bunch of a copy, just for fun, like let's say you already have 6 of one, not because you went out of your way to go get 6, but you know, you just happen to have accumulated 6 of it, it would disenchant it down to 4. And that's the other reason I don't click it. I want to hold on to my 10 plagues. I think we're one of the only few in the game who actually has 10 of a mythic. Of a single mythic. Pretty sure there's several people. Plague was one of the earlier ones too. Plague was the 3rd mythic that ever came into the game. Wait, was it 3rd or 4th? Pretty sure it was 3rd. I think Death was last. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 3rd. Because War was 1st, Famine was 2nd. Pretty sure Plague was 3rd, and then last was Death. Okay, that's out of the way. Let's go clear out dungeons, then we'll hand out code. And we did get more from Salty the other day, so we do have plenty of codes. I'll take that over. The quest line of Blighted Lands will be released. I'm not sure what you mean by that. All these boss troops now get marked with their little border. The boss border. I'm still hoping that they add more boss troops to heroes, or you know, to player owned. Yeah, they should really give diamonds for disenchanting legends and mythics. Even if it's only 10% the amount needed to actually craft it. Ask her for more codes tonight. I know, right? Technically, with how long it took to get codes last time, I would have to ask within the next few days in order to get them a month from now. Because it took 21 weeks, or 22 weeks, or sorry, not 20, I mean 21 or 22 days, not weeks, to get the codes last time. And it's almost coming up to that mark. Anyways, let me go use the code. Where's my code section? There it is. Where did we use up to? I believe it's the one below this one, but I always like to check both just in case. Don't want to skip any codes. Come on, redeem code page. It's taking forever to load. Why are you being so slow? There you go. That one doesn't work. This one should. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Just double checking. Here you guys go. Here's the redeem code you use on gemswar.com with the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever your game says there. Redeem code's right over there in chat. Copy paste the random numbers and letters starting with YS. And gives the same reward as always. True treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. There you guys go. Nice. Okay. So, let's go and clear out the class event real quick. I made a team earlier. What did we make for it? Bard class. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's just roll it. Let's roll with it. Games. Clash Trial. And paste. There we go. Dawnbringer with Triple Luna. You can also go Black Mana, go with Triple Luna. But it will work better with Dawnbringer. One of the few instances I still use Dawnbringer. Honestly, I feel like it's one of the strongest cases for it. Thursday class events. Wait, do I not have half mana start on right now? Why do I not have half mana start on you? I guess I was using in a build where you would do it otherwise. Let me go change that real quick. I was gonna say, because I know for sure you have it. I'm running 3 extra magic. I guess I was running it with a 50% team and ended up changing it. Yeah, that should be fine now. Okay. Yeah, make sure to have 50% start on it. That will help speed things along. Especially for these one-shot battles where all you have to do is get a single Dawnbringer and you win. Oh, so we get 3 explosions whenever we take a yellow, so we do want to prioritize yellow. Due to our banner, we also want to prioritize red. But mostly yellow. Red's our backup color. And we are running with pure magic right now with plus 12 off of niches. You got a copy of Wild Queen this week. Nice. From the raid shop. Oh, even nicer. Oh, you don't need it though. Oh. That'd have been very useful if you actually needed it. Another copy. Or a copy. You would never actually use 2 Wild Queens in a team. It's one of those many mythics where once you have one, you technically don't really need any more of it. Because one's already enough. Yeah, 3 times Luna is not that bad. You could theoretically even run triple Archie. That's how you run Pure Faction for the place. For Warrens, you normally run like 3 Lunas with a bunny. With a bunny in like 3rd or so. Yeah, she's not bad. The biggest issue with her, she ends her turn, and her secondary effect of all the conditions that she does, either positive or negative, is extremely inconsistent. Before that, she's not really used that often, if at all. But she's not a bad troop. You'd like to see them add a card that forces a timer per move, so you have to scan the board quickly. That would be a pretty interesting premise. Because currently no game mode really has a time limit attached to it. It's not something they utilize for anything yet. They did in their past games. Puzzle Quest 1 actually had a really good game mode for it. Where you basically had to upgrade your pets in Puzzle Quest 1. What you had to do was win a battle against a pet that got increasingly higher level within a certain amount of turn time limit. So it would start off by having like a 15 limit, then like a 13 second, then 10, and you know, it keeps going down and down and down. I think it goes as low as 4 seconds, where you have 4 seconds per turn to take your turn. And that's per move, not for your entire turn. So every single one of your moves you have to do within that time. And one strategy for it would be to actually wait out the timer to figure out what your next move is. So it really made you think ahead. Because as you were using some of your 4 seconds for one of your moves that you might already know what you want, you would have to be thinking of the following move. And it would was kind of useful for that, since you could use you could delay a turn that you already knew you were going to do, so that you can think of what your next turn will end up being, and just keep doing that over and over again to basically keep thinking moves ahead. It was a pretty interesting strategy. It probably was one of the better mini games in Puzzle Quest 1 as well. Because it probably made you think the most out of any of them. Yeah, real PvP. Something that's probably never happening to Gems of War, even though it'd be amazing. Be hard to balance though. You have to have some kind of like draft system, almost like Arena, to make it even remotely balanced. Did we just win off Explosion, really? Yep, no problem for the code. Yeah, first turn advantage is absurdly good in Gems of War. Like, you can win on turn 1. So whoever gets first turn, you would almost need like a barrier to not die. if you were to make a PvP situation. Let's see. Where's all the yellow at? There we go. Give us all those manas. Somehow still not full though. Unfortunately, it's not for a Skull Distract. Oh, I know I was gonna barrier there too. How annoying. Skull will kill at this point. Unfortunately, there's none here. There we go. Let's see, we'll move that over. Well, as long as you have a draft system, you won't be able to just like infinite someone on turn 1 for the most part. If you could choose absolutely anything, it would be way too broken. Because the meta would just be to use whatever the strongest first kill or first turn kill team would be. And nothing else would ever be used. Do campaign tasks give 2 XP? They give whatever XP is related to the game mode. Like, campaign tasks aren't like actual tasks in the sense that they're separate from everything else. The tasks you get are part of the game. So if it tells you to go, hey, go play 10 PvP battles, you'll get whatever you normally get for PvP, which is 2 XP. Or if it says, hey, go do like an Explore 12, you would get 1 XP. But it gives whatever the XP is already on the game mode. Because it just tells you to do things that already exist. It's not doing like new things. So it gives whatever the game mode already gives, relative to what it asks. They're kind of like daily tasks, except they last for 10 weeks. You get 16 of them every week, and you can do them whenever. As long as you get them all done before the 10-week period, you would still get all the rewards and bonuses. Although it is generally a good idea to do them immediately, every week. Yeah, console had a very similar thing to it in the past. Not exactly so, I don't believe, but obviously the rewards were completely different. But you know, it was a somewhat similar task system. Let's see. We did that, we did that. Is that everything then? I think that is all the things of the things. Since we don't need to go further on that. That's a waste. We already did that. Okay. It is token grind time. Let's go get our precious tokens. Where are we at right now? A little bit a day will get us so we're eventually maxed. eventually. Or at least more troops than we have now. Where's my quick kill team? Where'd it go? Zugoff. Can you show an Amnesia team? Amnesia is useless, unfortunately. Amnesia has pretty much always been pretty bad. Even when Daemons were meta, she was barely even used. In the current state of the game, you're better off never using her, unfortunately. She's pretty much dead content, unless they buff her eventually. Which they didn't do any rebounds this patch, surprisingly. They did buff her several patches ago, though. All they did was increase her final trait a little bit. It wasn't enough to make her viable, obviously. Yeah, triple Luna with Dawnbringer is what I ran. And if you don't have Dawnbringer, you can run Black Manticore or something. Ends up doing really quick work of the event. Probably actually won the quicker Thursday events. Just because Luna is so good with it, with Dawnbringer. Strong damage and strong mana accumulation. Okay, and dead. Does the Valraven get away sometimes? And at other times it doesn't get away? Yes. It has a 30% escape chance every time it casts. It won't always get away. Only 30% of the time. It's the same mechanic every common gnome has. Or every common Volt Troop, I should say. These some of them are not gnomes like the Valravens. But yeah, every single common Volt Troop has a 30% chance of escaping per cast. The only ones that don't is Cedric and the new troop that's coming out on the adventure board. I mean, not the adventure board, I mean campaigns. Because we're getting a new Volt Troop soon. But it's coming in initially through campaigns. I believe it comes out the 6th or 7th week. Yeah, I believe it's the 7th week, but you get it on the 6th week if you bought the Elite Pass Plus. Which we're just going down the basic route. There we go. Okay, what do we need here? Let's go get a, we'll take all that. And then we get Flamer down. Grab our Destroy. Get that killed. Grab our other poke. Yeah, we'll kill it all the way out. Might as well. It's already pretty much there. 1 mana off. What are you doing? Get your 1 mana. And dead. Yeah, we're getting a lot of good weapons very soon. Doomed Glaive is next week, by the way. And the week after that, I think we're getting something juicy too. And this week we got Yasmin's Pride. If you haven't gotten that yet, definitely worth considering. Got a lot of good weapons back to back to back. You're still using the the class leveling trick? Yeah, it works pretty well. Works pretty well. You have to keep your PvP rating low. You have to keep your PvP rating low, though. You maxed every class? Congrats, nice. Yeah, it feels nice finally having them done. Not needing to worry about them. Just using whatever class is actually meta in any situation. Still feels weird doing that because I've been not doing it for so long. And now we can finally just use whatever for every team. And not need to worry about trying to level something. For the longest time we needed to. For about 2 years now. 2018, around this time in 2018 actually. So yeah, it has been about 2 years. Pretty much almost exactly. Because around this time 2 years ago is when we got the update. As a leaderboard for everyone who's maxed it. I haven't updated my thingy yet, so it might not show me. Because you have to go onto the website, I believe, like log in order for it to update your thing. And I haven't logged into it for a while. But if Terran's World goes down, we'll need to be using Gems of War database more often. If nothing else, it'll make Gems of War database more popular again. Make Gems of War database great again. Let's see. I'll take that down for now. Oh, yeah, wait. You have immune to burning. Should've went the other way. I went for it because it's score reduction, but because the immune to burning, it actually would have been better to go the other way around. There we go. Let's go King Salinas first, actually. Because as I mentioned, we can actually do more damage to him because of the triple damage burning thing. Ooh, a bit of a miss there. Luckily, he doesn't use red. We sure do, though. And it should be a match. Is there any place so you can check how many gold medals or how many gold medal troops you already have? There's no good way to do so. Actually, Gems of War database might have a breakdown for. Oh, nice. We got an Anu today. Does Gems of War database have a breakdown for that? I know there's no good way to do it in game. The closest way that you can get is go to order, go to elite level, and then see how many of these you have, assuming they're all max. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's 6 times 8? 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. We have 53 of them max, so you can do it pretty quickly that way. Also, another way that you could do it if you have less than 100 is go to the achievement thing, and it'll tell you exactly how many. So you just saw we got 53 there, and as you'll see right here, there should be 53 as well. And boom, 53. And those 5 are not capable yet until campaigns start. They're available on week 1, week 2, week 7, and week 10 of the campaign. And by the end of the first campaign, you'd be able to get them all. But yeah, 53. As you can see, we just did the math, and if you have less than 100, it literally just tells you the number. Obviously, you can't use that method after. You just have to count them up with the little things. Anyways, where were we? Let's go back to farming out those tokens. Got an Anu, so already pretty successful. But I still want to find that Nisha today. A Nisha today, and we can actually upgrade mythics at a reasonable rate. Probably should have flame referred there. It's not gonna matter though at this point. Dead. Oh yeah, it is an elite level thingy. And it just puts all your elite levels at the top. Makes it a lot easier to count them. Yes, elite levels are technically the leveling that you do beyond Mythic in a way. They're basically levels 21, 22, and 23 theoretically. Even though they're not really called that, that's effectively what they are. But, yes, once you've fully maxed out a troop, fully traded it, fully ascended it, fully leveled it, you get access to being able to give it elite levels. These are really expensive levels that you can do by using tokens on them in order to level them up. This is only particularly viable currently on commons, rares, and ultra rares, and possibly epics. Legends and mythics take absolutely forever to get enough tokens to actually upgrade, though. But it gives them some slightly extra stats. As you can see, my Thrall and my Leprechaun actually have it right now. Leprechaun's gaining additional HP and armor from it, and Thrall gains the exact same thing because it's based on what type they are. And they're both a support type, which gains a decent amount of armor and a small amount of HP. And there's different types within the game. And every single one gets a different bonus. With Striker and Mage, I believe, being the best too. Mostly because they're so magic heavy. Mage gives +6 magic, and Striker gives, I believe it's 4 magic, 2 attack, 2 armor, HP or something? Somewhere around there. It's pretty good stats. How did that miss? There we go. Oh. There we go. Yeah, it's been around since last October was when they added it. So it's almost been about a year since we've actually had the mechanic. Seems like it was a lot more recent than that. It's been almost a year now. In 3 months, it'll be the year mark. So we haven't had deeds for a year yet. It definitely feels like we have. They came in September. And the only reason I remember that one was because of the hurricane. Because I had to record it in a hotel when deeds came out. Gosh, hurricane season better not be bad this year. That's like the worst combination. Pandemic plus hurricane. But so far, hurricane season has been pretty tame. However, the last several years, September has been notoriously bad for this area for hurricanes. Like every September the last 3 years has been really bad. Could you not set up more than 4 what? Oh, less than 4 troops on a team? I believe there's a glitch that still allows you to do it. However, it's not supposed to be possible. It technically hasn't been possible for about 2 or 3 years. However, I believe glitches have still existed that allow you to do it. Not sure exactly the full process on it. But there's definitely some way to kind of glitch it to make it happen. Yeah, the reason they didn't, they removed it, was everyone would just set a single Elspeth as their defend team. And when Elspeth casts on herself, it counts as you already lost. Because it checks for the win condition pretty much as soon as she kills herself, rather than after she resummons. So it basically counts as you having 0 troops and then ends the battle. So a lot of people did it so you could instantly end the battle. So you could just give people really quick wins. Where Arnifix is 20%. There it is, Asian. Hey, we've been in this place a lot when we had to farm it for Explore 3. Actually, we might be doing that starting tomorrow again. Because technically the best way to get gnomes is to spam spam Explore 3 to quick kill it. So yeah, we're actually gonna be back to Zacian starting tomorrow. Soon, TM. Just you wait, Zacian. We will come to destroy you once again with quick kill Rowan. Because we'll be running that a lot tomorrow, as well as throughout the entire weekend, but particularly tomorrow. And then after the Vault event that runs through this entire weekend, we'll have Boom, the first campaign, which is technically when 5.0 patch actually starts, is this Monday. A lot of stuff to go over. And a lot more stuff to go over every week as well, since now we have to go over the entirety of campaigns. I'm still not sure exactly what format I'll be doing for that. I'll be doing something for it. Can you do a Gems Award database quiz at the end of the stream? Do they still have that set up? I know they had something kind of like that. I go do that after this chess, I guess. I forget how long they are. See how badly I do. I don't know any of the questions preemptively. Yeah, we need to use that website more soon. It's a really great resource. It's been around longer than any third-party resource as well. I believe it's the longest standing third-party resource ever for Gems of War. And its usage is about to spike up exponentially if Terran's World actually, like, stays dead and doesn't get picked up by someone else to maintain. Okay, 2 more battles, then we'll go take that quick quiz. Or assume it's quick. What do we grab here? I'll take the red for now. Nice. The pile drive of hits. And let's get that down. Get a Zug off, and that should be matched as long as it doesn't miss. Good. I'll probably fail every question, no worries. We'll get a 0 out of 100. How do you plan to map Tower of Doom if Terran is leaving? I'm not sure what you mean by that. It wouldn't affect Tower of Doom in any way. My guild keeps track of it internally. Was there something on that website that actually allowed you to track it a little bit easier? I never used it if it was. My guild just keeps track of it internally. Also, there's other third-party tools for it too. Where they're specifically located, I'm not aware of. I know more tools exist. People have mentioned in the past. I just don't tend to use any of them, personally. We just keep tracking our guild chat, or in our Discord server, and/or. Yeah, I never use that site feature. So that going away has no effect on me, at least. But I know basically what you're talking about, though. But there's other ways to keep track of it. We normally use the denotation system, which I can't actually really show too much because we don't have a Doom going on right now. But for example, where's my guild chat? Or any chat for the matter. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what chat we use. But anyways, for example, let's say it was floor 1, and let's say floor 2 was a power, and then 3 was a haste, and then 4 was a I don't know, let's just say a heroism. That'd be a really good floor. And then your 5 was the unlock, and we do that. And then let's say for 2 we just had an unlock, which was 4, and then for 3 we had a let's say a power on 4, and then an unlock on 3, and so on and so forth. And we just kind of do this. And like for 4, let's just say we had a haste on 5, and then a the unlock on 2, and so on and so forth. And we just use that to keep track of every single one. Where big P means power, big H means heroism, small h means means haste, F means fireball, and L means lucky. And I believe those were all the relevant ones. And obviously everything else you don't need to report on. And then you just have all the people report on their things. This is how my guild keeps track of it. This kind of just looks like gibberish, but it tells you exactly what floors to do and which ones are relevant. Anyways, let me go see what that Q&A, or not the Q&A, but the question thing is. I think I've done it before at some point, but I'm not sure if they've updated it, or if it has even more questions now, or harder questions. But let's go to Jim's Award database. Can you do it without even being logged in? I assume you can. Let's hope so, because I forget my login details. I think I have autocomplete on it on my other computer. What am I looking for? I'm looking for, where's the quiz? Quiz. Let's go fail our quiz. Bad idea to do it live. Let's see, there's 20 questions, I believe, it looks like here. So let's see, you're the hero of the war-torn world in chaos. You faced every challenge you've been given and emerged victorious and learned a thing or two along the way. But how well do you really know the myriad denizens of KrissTigger? Oh no, is this a lore-based thing? I'm going to completely fail this if this is lore-based. I haven't read through most of these quest lines in like 5 years. Take this 20-question quiz to test your knowledge. Which troop destroys, removes, or explodes gems as part of its spell? Wait, it says or. So any of those 3? Well, Brian the Lucky definitely doesn't. Dandelion, I'm pretty sure doesn't. Imp of Love doesn't. What is Stone Shaker? Is Stone Shaker even a troop? I think Dandelion might actually. It's either Dandelion or Stone Shaker. I actually completely forget what Dandelion does. I'm pretty sure it just creates red or something. I don't think it destroys. I completely forget what Stone Shaker is, though. But I know for sure Imp of Love and... Wait. Imp of Love does. Never mind. Hold up. Imp of Love has Destroy on... No, it doesn't. Never mind. Imp of Love is split damage into its charm. Why do I have no clue what Stone Shaker is? Yeah, it's either Stone Shaker or Dandelion. I do not recall what Stone Shaker is. Is that even a troop? Is that just a troll? And I'm just picking it because it sounds like it should be. Oh, Stone Shaker is a tower event troop. That's why I don't recall it. Yeah, it's either one of those two then. I completely forget what Dandelion does. I know it's not relevant, but I'm pretty sure it was red gems. Which troop uses the spell Butts? War Goat. Which arcane trade stone can be found in Glacial Peaks? It's blue-purple. What on earth is blue-purple called? I believe it's Spirit. Which troop has the trait Leader? Fenrir, I believe. It's either Ridgeback or Fenrir. Which troop has a base rarity of Epic? Luther. That's a super easy one. It's like the first troop you ever get. Or not literally the first troop, but it's normally the first epic you ever get. Which troop can decrease stats of another troop, excluding normal damage as part of its spell? Wait, what? Which troop can decrease stats of another troop, excluding normal damage? Okay, yeah, not counting the normal damage that it does. Grave Knight? Because it tears armor. Does that count? I don't think that counts as normal damage, because you're decreasing defense to 0. Which troop does true damage as part of its spell? Gosh, I forget some of these other troops. Keratic the Climber, I completely forget. Scaraby, I forget. Chris Hound, I actually forget too. Though I'm pretty sure it's not. Holy Saint Asher definitely isn't. So it's probably one of the first two. I actually do not know. Let's see. A lot of these newer troops I keep forgetting. Like a lot of the newer useless ones. It sounds like it would be Scaraby. But it's not sure if that one's correct. Which troop is red, yellow, purple? Infernus. That was easy. Which kingdom is Iceworm from? Druxum. There it is. Let's see. What is the name of Mecha Rat's spell? Oh gosh. What does it do again? It does that thing that like multiplies. Squeaky Gear sounds the most accurate. I don't think he has silence on it, so they wouldn't call it Silence Gears. Dark Omen seems unlikely. Yeah, I think it's called Squeaky Gear. That's just a funny pun that they added. But I don't know. That seems like the most likely. If it's not named that, that's a big missed opportunity. If it's not called Squeaky Gear, it needs to be renamed to Squeaky Gear right now. Which troop can cause Entangle as part of its spell? Mongo. That might actually be the case, because Digion isn't, Iceworm isn't. I forget what Aranis is. Why do I feel like Mongo has a chance to Entangle? He has a chance to do, like, everything. There has to be somewheres in there. Which kingdom gives an increase to attack at level 10? Pridelands used to. I forget if it still does. All-Seeing Eye isn't even a thing. Silverglade and Adana. Well, Silverglade is magic, so yeah, it has to be Pridelands. Okay, Pridelands still gives attack then. Because I know they switched some kingdoms from having attack at one point to not having attack. And it always throws me off. Because I always remember all kingdoms based on if they previously had attack. But based on that list, should be Pridelands then. Which troop can heal or increase stats of itself or another troop as part of its spell? Orion, no. Ferocity... Well, it says part of the spell, so no. Halfmane and Pride Hunter. Halfmane, right? He's that one useless support troop from the cats, the Rushkas. I believe it's like an attack gain or something. Which arcane trait stone can be found in Karkaroff? Karkaroff's pure purple. Well, Nerf is pure purple gold. Dark or deaf? I feel like dark would be the one. I don't think any of them will call it deaf arcane. Dark arcane? I have no clue. I know it's pure purple. Forget its name. Which troop can heal or increase stats of itself or another troop as part of its spell? Spirit Main? Penitent. What do I forget what Penitent is? Tome Robber, definitely not. Werecat, definitely not. It's one of these two. I should forget. Oh, so am I confusing Spirit Main with Half Main? I might be. There's a good chance one of these is correct and the other one is wrong. Why can I not remember what Penitent is? It definitely sounds like something that could have a stat gain or heal. But if I'd go Spirit Main, I know for sure one of these is correct and one of these is wrong. Well, can't we already know that this one's the correct one then? Because Orion doesn't. Frosty... Oh yeah, Frosty's kind of one up in the air. Does Frosty have any additional gain? No. He just has boost ratio and everything. He has a gain, but it's off his trait, not off his ability. Oh, wait. Maybe it is Ferocity here. Hold up. This might be Spirit Main, and that's Ferocity. But he didn't say specifically from the spell. Oh, yes, it did. Never mind. Because Frosty doesn't have it on spell. So this one's probably wrong then. It might be Penitent then. Because it might be confusing Spirit Main with Half Main. I'm still going to keep it though. Easy completely to forget what Penitent is. What is our Wolf Knight's types? It's Beast Knight. I mean Wargear Knight. Good thing that wasn't a choice. But yeah, Wargear, because it's it counts as a thingy thing. But yeah, it's Wargear Knight. Why is it the only one that even has Knight in it? You thought there'd be more that would kind of throw you off with the Knight in it. That makes it really obvious that that's the one. Which troop can give gold, souls, or maps as part of its spell? Mimic? Yes. Another Hound? No. Doom of Light? No. Okay, that was easy. Which troop can decrease stats of another troop, excluding normal damage, as part of its spell? Swamp Rats? Innkeeper. It reduces attack. Which troop is of undead elf type? Is it an undead elf? I'm pretty sure it's Bastille Priestess. I forget what that troop is, actually. But I know it's dead content. That or Dragur. But that's another one I forget. Gosh, why must you put so many weird, newer names in it that are all dead content? In which kingdom can you... I'm pretty sure we made like a 70% on this, if not worse. In which kingdom can you find Arcane Plains trade stones? Gosh, what color is Arcane Plain again? Isn't it yellow-purple? Silverglade, then. Okay, let's see how well we did. Check answers. How bad? Hey! There we go. Okay, that's... Okay, so this one was wrong. I had no clue what either of them were. But, yeah, Dragur was the one. Okay, so Halfmain was wrong here. Wait, Orion? Oh! Orion has Magic Gain. Yeah, I knew one of these would be wrong and one of them was right. I was confusing Halfmain with Spirit Main. Orion has Magic Gain for himself. I forgot. That counts as increased stats. Duh. Yeah, I just forgot what they were called. So let's see. Let's go all the way from the top. So, Stone Shaker. So that one. Yeah, I knew Dandelion was like red or something, so it had to be that one. I still forget what Stone Shaker even is, based on the choices. War Goat. Also, this is how I passed high school. I am decent at getting a passing grade on multiplayer on multiple choice, even if I do not know like half the content. Let's see. Stone Shaker. So yeah, that one we didn't know between those two, but we had a feeling that it wasn't that. I forgot what the troop was, but it seemed like it was. War Goat was really obvious, or at least I knew it. Arcane Spirit, that one was easy. Fenrir, off of that one was easy too. Luther, that was probably the easiest one out of all of them. The Grave Knight one, yeah, this is the only one that tore it. That one I just... Oh, wait, Chris Hound. What does Chris Hound do? What on earth does Chris Hound do? Oh, Chris Hound's that one troop that does damage. Wait, isn't that the true damage that boosts by souls or something? It's some kind of weird troop like that. Infernus, that one was obvious. Droxzoom. Hey, it is Squeaky Gear. Yeah, if this ability wasn't called Squeaky Gear, we would have to petition the game. I know there's so many better things that we would need to get them to fix, but if this wasn't the name of Mechrat spell, we would have to get them to change it to that. Squeaky Gear. Yeah, obviously Mongo does literally everything. So, yes, Entangle is one of them. Pride Lands has attacking, yep. This one was confusion with Spirit Main, and because I forgot Orion has magic on it. Well, I kind of knew, I just wasn't thinking of it that way in regard to that. Okay, it is called Arcane Death, not Arcane Dark for that one. I know what all the colors are per kingdom, I just forget their names of the specific trade stones sometimes for the arcanes. Spirit Main, we got that. I was slightly confused with Half Main, but it was going to be right for one of them. So I'd rather do the same one for both just to make sure we don't get them wrong. So we'd get a guarantee one loss and one correct. This one was really obvious. It was literally the only one with Knight. I'm surprised they didn't put more Knight choices to throw you off. Mimic one was obvious. Innkeeper one was obvious. This one was a bunch of names I forgot. Actually, all of these except Lapina Knight. I actually completely forgot what they are. Wendigo sounds a little bit more familiar, but I actually forget all three of those, other than Lapina Knight. Which I believe is a... it gives a random stats effect to your entire team with a poke, also having armored. And Silverglade for the Arcane Plains, because I knew that was yellow-purple. And then yellow-purple becomes Silverglade. And one reason I actually remember that is because Divinian Fields is also yellow-purple. And Divinian Fields used to be meta in the past. But there we go. We made an 80% on the quiz. That's decent. I wonder if it's different every time. How many questions do I have in this? Let me click refresh. Is it different? Refresh. Why are you not working? Click the tiny info button. Oh, yay! It does have different questions. Oh, that's cool. I wonder how many different ones it has. We're not going to do it again. At least not right now, anyways. There we go. 21 gems. Nice. Anyways, any other questions, anyone? Yeah, we might need to do that some more times. I'm not sure how many different questions there has, but apparently enough to at least have a few different quizzes. So I might need to start doing that on occasion. Maybe we'll even do a video of it just for fun. Why not? Since Gems of War database is going to become a lot more relevant now if Terran's World officially dies. We'll need to start covering the Gems of War database. There's a lot of useful things on it. I know I don't normally cover it too much as of lately, but it is the longest running third-party resource for the game, and it's still a really good resource. Do it always at the end of every stream? No, I'm not going to do it literally at the end of every stream. Anyways, any other questions now that we just answered 20 questions? Let's see. Let me know. I'm just looking through to see if I missed anything while doing all the questions. But any other questions, anyone? Feel free to leave it again. Otherwise, we'll be back tomorrow around 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or so. And we'll be messing around with Bounty Hunter. Gosh, I keep calling it Bounty Hunter. Vault event, where we're going to go and hunt for a bunch of vault keys. Hopefully we'll finally get Mech Gnome and go from there. Where was that at? gemsofwardatabase.com, GOWDB.com, and then go under the extra section and go under quizzes. But yeah, it's a pretty useful resource. Has a lot of stuff here. But it's this website, GOWDB.com. Stands for gemsofwardatabase.com. But yeah, that website right there. GOWDB. But yeah, it's underneath extras, underneath quiz. But yeah, there's a lot of useful resources on this website. Keeps track of all your resources once you sign in and link your account. Has leaderboards on it, though it's not the most accurate just because it only updates if people log in, if I'm not mistaken. So if people don't constantly keep logging in, it doesn't keep track of it properly. Has a table of all the classes, all the kingdoms, all the weapons, all the troops, and searching by name and all that. It has a lot of pretty useful resources. And has a few leaderboards, some side things like the quizzes and all that stuff. Oh, and actually one of the really cool other ones too. It has a timeline of every single thing that has come in the game and when. I actually use this for some videos if I need to double check confirm when something happened. I do actually remember quite a few of these milestone events as far as the bigger ones. However, the database is really good for double checking these, as it has a full spread on when everything has ever happened in the game. Like for example, I said in 2018 we got the class rework around this time 2 years ago. And if we go over to a little bit before August, we could probably see a patch that brought that in. Let's see, was it in July? There it is. 3.5 update. So it came in on June 21st. June 21st is when we got the class rework. So actually, it's been a little over a year then. 2 years and 1 month was when we got the class rework. So that was about right when I said exactly 2 years. I was off by a month. But yeah, that was the update I was referring to. The one 2 years ago that did the class reworks. The ones that gave us the leveling system that we know today. The one that has like the level 100 system to it, where you can upgrade your hero to 100 and get a bunch of 7 perks for it along the way. That was the update that brought that in back in 2018. But it has that whole spread right there. Most of those I have the general time remembered, but it's nice to get the exact, or if I forget anything related to it. But yeah, there's a lot of pretty useful resources on it. Definitely worth checking out. Probably covering it a bit more soon since Terran's World might officially be dead. Hopefully it's not, but it might be the case. Anyways, any other questions, anyone? Otherwise, yeah, we'll be back with Vault Event tomorrow, and we'll be grinding that out. Probably start around 10. Might start a little bit closer to noon. Depends how sleep goes. I might sleep in a little bit. We'll see. But we'll be doing Vault Event for quite a bit once we do start up. So regardless, we'll probably be around. How often during the year will Guild Wars sync with the Mythic released in campaign? A lot, because if you count the 1 week early thing, it's going to synergize with it almost always. Because you have to keep in mind, the mythic can be obtained during 2 weeks. And technically the period in which it will not be available for everyone will be like 4 weeks or so. They said 3 weeks after the event, but because the whole 1 week early thing, it's going to be like 4 weeks. But, or 3 week advantage if you do it the other way. But yeah, it should probably sync quite often. Or maybe not often, but Elite Pass Plus gets it a whole week early. And that's going to synergize a lot more often compared to normal pass. So I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. But if nothing else, it'll probably fall in a way where it'll at least be in the other Guild War spot. Because you have to keep in mind, it's going to last for 4 weeks. The period in which you can't get it compared to people who bought Elite Pass Plus. And over 4 weeks, we're probably getting a Guild War every single time. So that means every single one of them should theoretically fall in a way where people who bought Elite Pass Plus will have a mythic that everyone who's playing free-to-play would not have. Though you'd probably have it in almost every instance if you just simply bought the normal pass. But anyone playing 100% free-to-play for one Guild War will probably be missing a mythic that could potentially be meta. More often than not, obviously, it's probably not going to be. But I think this next one coming up is going to be a really good curse option that might be used for defend. So it might get incorporated partially to Guild Wars, just for a single defend team, which isn't too big a deal, obviously. But still, we'll have to see how it pans out. But yeah, almost every Guild War ever, a free player compared to Elite Pass Plus player, will be missing at least one mythic compared to people who bought Elite Pass Plus. And it would normally fall for normal pass as well, because there's only a 1 week difference. Because basically the way that it falls is there's Elite Pass Plus gets it immediately, a whole week early. Then there's like basically there's a 4 week difference between free and Elite Pass Plus. There's a 3 week difference between the normal $10 pass and the free. And then there's a whole 4 week delay compared to the first time you can get it with money compared to when you do it for free. Because it's 3 weeks after the event, I believe they said it's available in SoulForge or something. FYI, if you sign into Gems of War database, it'll show you your troops and traits and kingdoms, etc. Yes, it does, underneath the your page category. But yeah, we'll go over more stuff in the future. I haven't really gone over it much in the last like 2 or 3 years. But yeah, it's been a really great resource over the history of the game. It has been around for about 3.5, almost 4 years now, I want to say. I think it's about 3.5. Might be closer to 4. But it's been out for quite a while now. As I mentioned, it's the longest lasting third-party resource in the game, which is pretty cool. Let's see. Oh, sorry, 2 questions I missed? What were the questions? Craft Weaver or wait for Phoenicia to come or back around? Both are pretty good options. It really depends on what you're trying to do. Weaver would be better for Guild Wars and for true damage teams. And Phoenicia would help you more on a daily basis. I don't know, it really just depends. Phoenicia would only save you time, though, whereas Weaver would actually be able to defeat things a little bit easier in some situations. So based on that, you might want to go Weaver. But Phoenicia is pretty meta for quick killing some stuff. However, there's no piece of content that you wouldn't be able to like do that you wouldn't already be able to do without her. Whereas there's some things that Weaver can help with, like mainly Guild Wars. I'm not sure what the other question was, though. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there was a little eye icon. It would probably tell you what it does if you click on it. Most of them I kind of knew, but some of them I did not know. Mostly the more recent ones. What was the bacon question? Oh, there's no question marks in the question. That's why I didn't see it as a question. Which medals banner do you use for the 2x Cedric money team? I'm pretty sure it's +2 red, +1 brown, -1 whatever that is. It's +2 red, +1 brown, which I believe -1 purple. And token setup is normally 20% mana start into 2 magics, if I'm not mistaken. So 20% into 8 magic then. But yeah, that's the setup we run. +2 red, +1 brown. That banner being extremely important with -1 purple. Because you need +2 red to 1 turn Egg Thief occasionally. And to consistently 2 turn it. And you need +1 brown so you have a potential of 2 turning key if you don't have the mana accumulation to do so by just, you know, ick thiefing. A little bit extra magic makes almost no difference. However, the 20% mana start can help speed things up at least a little bit initially. Especially if you're trying to level up a hero class that doesn't already have a half mana start. Though obviously a half mana start hero class would be better instead. But you can level whatever hero class you want with it if you want to. Though it is ideal to use a hero class that has 5 gold every turn when using that team. Anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading out for now. Also, Thief works the best for that if you do end up using it. But we're going to be heading out for now. We'll be back tomorrow around 10 noon, somewhere around there. Gonna go grind out vault events. Gonna go get all of our shiny loot and go from there. And then tomorrow night we'll also be back, same time as always, 8 p.m. Standard Time, hour and a half prior to now tomorrow. And we'll be doing those 2 streams. And we'll be going grinding out vault events, going and seeing if we can finally go get Mech Gnome, which has been very elusive to us recently. Even since we've started opening vault keys, we have not been able to get him. We've gotten a lot of good loot since then, including a vault key that had 2 vault keys in it, which was the first time I've seen that. I still haven't found the Mech Gnome, unfortunately. But if nothing else, hopefully we'll still get some good overall loot. And if you're looking to farm glory, vault events are the best time to farm glory. Glory rate is absurdly good during vault events. So a great time to go and stock up on good resources as well as glory, as well as pretty much everything. Gives good gems, gives good orbs, gives good glory rates, and even gives some decent souls, considering that you're not even necessarily soul farming while you're doing it, while still hitting like 20,000 souls per hour or so, give or take about 5,000. Ends up adding up to be quite a bit of resources. But anyways, guys, we'll catch you guys then. Hope you all enjoy your weekends, and yeah, once Vault Event is over, we will be in campaigns in version 5.0, and we'll have a lot to go over once that happens. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much for stopping by. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe out there, and I will catch you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone, and thank you all so much for watching.